Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Steins Gate. So this is a while ago. This is actually Chapter 4, if you're wondering. In fact, this is technically where we're at. I went back to the save that I had for here, and then I went to the exact point that we need to be at and saved. So we are, compared to 43 to 14 hours, we are quite a ways back. And the reason it doesn't say I have a message is because I pulled it up last time to check what it was, just to make sure I was in the right spot. We got a text message from our assistant, which asked us about that report. I don't know if you remember, that was a long time ago. And I don't remember if I made this decision earlier or not, but I'm going to go with saying I may not have, just so I don't screw everything up. And we'll start it from here, and I've got a long list of things I need to do. I need to do them. I need to answer messages in a particular way to get the Kurisu, and then from there, the true ending. So, I don't know how today's episode's gonna go. We'll just kind of roll with it. But the first thing we need to do is we need to reply to Kurisu's mail about a scientist. I think we may have actually replied to that one. Now, what I can do from here is close... Now I'm waiting for her reply, which means I basically just need to skip through the story. And the skip feature in this game is a little iffy sometimes. The problem is there's a lot of non-important mails that come in, and those stop the skip as well, which isn't important to me. But most of this I'm going to cut out. I just wanted to tell you guys that first part. Now, let's see. Another one from Assistant. We need to reply with bad scientist. That's like a pun my grandpa would come up with. Alright, I'll come back here whenever we get our next message. Alright, we got a new mail here from our assistant. Like, you could do better. Well, we reply with do better. That one's a little obvious. Aren't Americans supposed to be funny? What have they been doing? What have they been teaching you over there? Okay, I'm gonna check when I'm editing to see if this is a new scene, but I think this actually is, because it's not letting me skip it. And I've told the game not to skip unread text. So these last three lines. When I arrive, I find Kurisu sitting on the bench in front of the Bronte workshop, talking on her phone. Well, I guess, yeah, that one as well. What? You called me all the way to Japan and now you... Now... Nope. Now, from what I know, if you're getting the right path, there are some extra scenes you'll get along the way. This might be one of them, so we're going to proceed through it until I can skip it.
So,
the street is dark, and her hair is covering her eyes, so I can't make out her expression. But from the sound of her voice, I can tell that she's crying. Kurisu lifts her head in surprise. She must have noticed me. She falls into an awkward silence, then turns and walks away. It looked like she was crying. I wonder if she got into a fight. Who could have made her cry like that? Her boyfriend? Even a friendless, experiment-loving girl like her can get a boyfriend. No. There's no way such an arrogant, abusive girl can have a boyfriend. But then who was it? A sibling? Or maybe her father, who she hasn't seen in 7 years? I'm afraid to ask. Kurisu's scary when she snaps. The memory of her baleful glare sends a shiver up my spine. I hurry to the second floor. When I'm safe in the lab, I start browsing App Channel. It doesn't look like Teeter has made an appearance today. The Teeter craze that has dominated the occult board... I think we've read this? Oh, never mind, we haven't. Honestly, I can't tell Teeter's true intentions either. Suddenly, I hear the door swing open. Startled, I turn to face the sound. Kurisu is standing there, glaring at me. Her eyes are red. So she was crying. Why did she come back?
私は
おうおう。
別に泣いてなんかないからな。
いや、どう見ても泣いてただろう。
いい加減なこと言わないで。証拠はあるの？
目が赤い。
Her glare weakens for a second, but then returns at double the intensity.
でも泣いてないから。
論理性のかけらもないな、クリスティーナ。
In fact, she's not liking acting like herself at all. Did she come up here just to claim that she wasn't crying? She should have just gone back to her hotel and cried into a pillow, instead of coming here to make excuses.
とにかく泣いてない。わかった？これ以上追求するなよ。
That sniffle tanked any credibility she might have had. Even now, instead of going back to her hotel, she plops under the sofa and hugs Mayuri's Upa plushie into her chest like a little girl. For the next few minutes, she just sits there, pouting and staring at the wall. If the TV were on, then we could have a little background music for some distraction, but unfortunately, painful silence prevails. The only sounds are the whirring of the desktop's hard drive and Kurisu's occasional sniffle. Jeez, what an annoying assistant. How are we supposed to get any science done like this?
クリスティーナ。
うっさい。話しかけるな。
Your lips say don't, but your aura says please. Okay, that's a bad way to go through life. Maybe she's begging for attention?
いいか。話さなくていいから黙って聞け。お前が困っているならば、俺は全力で解決に協力する。
Kurisu looks at me blankly.
俺だけじゃなく、マユリもダルもおそらくそう言うだろう。だから気軽に相談するといい。一人で強がって抱え込んでいるより、弱音を吐きたい時には吐いてしまえ。ちゃんと聞いてやる。
なんで？
お前はすでに我がラボの大切な仲間だからだ。
For some reason, Kurisu blushes and hangs her head. She hugs Upa so hard his face caves in.
悪かった。ちょっと気が立ってて。
別に今話さなくてもいい。話したくなったらいつでも言え。俺が聞いてやる。
She nods softly. Looks like my sincerity has reached her. Just as planned. Show a friendless, experiment-loving girl just a little kindness, and she'll easily grant you her favor. How do I know that? Because I, too, have few friends. Oh, that's not funny. Kurisu's help is critical to solving the mystery of the phone wave, named subject to change. Now that my plan has succeeded, her petty private matters shall no longer impede our science. Impediment, that's the word I was looking for. Normally I, the great Hoenn Kyoma, would not concern myself with the mental health of my minions. But if this is the price I must pay to bring my dream to fruition, then so be it. With this, Kurisu's loyalty is assured. Soon, the world will tremble before us. Is that it? Yeah, that was. Okay. Alright, got a new message here. Let's check it. Is it okay to leave me alone here? I'm an outsider, remember? I could steal all of your precious future gadgets. As much as I want to know about the stealing of the future gadgets, you know what? I want to know what she has to say about that. Hold on a second. What would Ocarina say about that? If you really want one, you can have it. For a price, that is. Alright, so we have to actually reply with outsider. You are not an outsider. You are a lab mem. New mail from the assistant. It's a disgrace to be thought of as your partner. People will start doubting my character. Anyway, finish your errands and get back here. Then why do you keep coming to the lab? In truth, you're so happy to be a lab mem that you just can't help it. Isn't that right? Aw, mail. Who's it from? It's from the assistant as usual. Seriously though, why am I still here? I was supposed to have gone back to America by now. It's the choice of Steins Gate. El Sai Congru. Alright, and that looks like it's it for Chapter 4, so we will be moving on to Chapter 5 next. And apparently we're supposed to have a new scene there as well, so we'll be back in a bit. Ooh, okay. So I believe this is important here. I don't know about the Steins Gate thing, but maybe Chaos Theory can explain how you derailed my life. Lol. At any rate, take responsibility for getting me involved. Alright, so it stopped me skipping here, which means this is probably our scene. I pulled up the backlog in case you want a little idea of what's happening. I believe this is when we're actually going shopping. So anyway, let's continue from here. Kurisu scratches her cheeks in what could be taken for a bashful gesture.
あまねさんのお父さん。
ああ。
なんかそういうの羨ましいなって思う。
Come to think of it, she has father issues too, doesn't she? Maybe she sympathizes with Suzuha.
ねえ、岡部。
Suddenly, Kurisu starts fidgeting for some reason.
この前のこと。
この前？
あんたが漆原さんへの変態セクハラ行為をしたと勘違いして。
Oh man, you remember that? You remember that? When we found out that Lukako was actually a girl? Yeah.
後で考えてみたんだけど、あの時のあんたって冗談言ってるようには見えなかった。それなのにあんたの言葉をろくに検証もせずに手を出しちゃって。
As you often do.
案ずるな。結果的にルカ子を泣かせたのは事実だ。
確認するけど、あんたは変態セクハラ野郎じゃないのよね。
どういう確認だそれは。お前は本気で謝るつもりがあるのか？
実験を変態行為の口実にされたら嫌だから、私も一応関わってるわけだし。
バカにするな。俺にとって仲間は財産だ。俺は IQ170 の頭脳を持つ狂気のマッドサイエンティストだが、一人でできることに限界があることは自覚している。電話レンジカッコ仮にしても、ダルやお前の協力なくしてはここまでの成果を得られなかっただろう。
岡部、
俺はラボメンナンバー001、ラボの設立者の立場である。仲間に危機があれば助けに駆けつけることはあっても、仲間を傷つけようなどとはこれっぽっちも思っていない。何がおかしい？
中二病全開だな。聞いてて痛々しい。でもそういうの悪くないと思う。私がいるアメリカの研究所って世界中から優秀な人たちが集まってて、最先端の研究をやってるんだけど、結構殺伐としてるのよね。みんなプライドが高くて自分が一番だと思ってるから、足の引っ張り合いとか面と向かって理不尽な暴言吐かれたりとか日常茶飯事なの。
Really?
私が研究員代表としてサイエンスに論文載った時も、私よりずっと年上のおっさんたちからぐちぐちと文句言われたもんよ。こっちに戻ってきて逆留学した高校でも、クラスメートはみんな私にビビって話しかけても来なかったし。だからそれと比べたらあんたのラボは幼稚だけど、とても居心地がいい。
Seems like everyone has their own problems.
今回のあまねさんのことも岡部は本気で心配してるのよね。それについてはあんたのこと認めてる。でも褒めてるわけじゃないからな。
She suddenly blushes for some reason.
ただなんとなくそう思っただけというか。
結局俺は友達が欲しいだけなのかもな。
岡部、
何しろ俺は友達と呼べる人間が少ないから。
After all, I am an insane mad scientist wanted the world over. My enemies are everywhere waiting to strike. Curse this incredible genius brain of mine! Ha 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 ha!
私はあんたのことを大切。
何？
前にあんた言ってくれたでしょ。私のことは大切な仲間だって。あれ結構嬉しく。
熱でもあるのか？
ねえよ。何よ、せっかくあんたのこと見直してやってるのに。もういいわよ、バカ。本当バカ。
バカ。Kurisu squares her shoulders and quickly walks ahead. I give chase. What just happened? Is this girl planning something? Maybe she really is plotting to take over the lab. No, wait. Maybe she's trying to sabotage the party because she doesn't like Suzuha. No mere assistant is going to pull one over the great Hoin Kiyoma. Anyway, time to get my head in the game. We must prepare for the Last Supper. Operation Eldemir. Okay, here's another new scene with Kurisu. Mayuri and Daru go home, leaving me with Kurisu. She's sitting in the development room chair, endlessly twirling a pen in her fingers.
一体何をやっているんだ？
考えてるのよ。タイムリープマシンのこと。作れそうなことは分かったけど、もし実際に使ったら何が起こるのか。
そうか。
She hasn't even started working on the machine, and she's already worried about what comes afterwards? That takes confidence, alright. Are all geniuses like this? What will happen when we use it? I doubt we can find an answer to that question, not without testing it live. Kurisu knows that. What she's really wondering is whether it's worth the risk. That's why I avoid arguing with her.
あまり悩むなよ。今は完成させることを優先するんだ。
偉そうに。
Kurisu groans and flops down on the desk. It's strange to see her like this. She's usually so cool and collected. But maybe that's an act. And this is who she really is.
ねえ、岡部。全く関係ない相談していい？
関係ない相談ではなく関係ある相談をしてくれ。
この前言ってくれたでしょ？いつでも相談しろって。
I did? I don't remember that.
私って
Yeah, you did.
父親に嫌われてるのよね。
She sighs sadly. Ah, so that's what she wants to talk about. A conundrum. This isn't like before, when she was merely an advisor. The Time Leap project depends on Kurisu to succeed. It is clear, however, that she will be unable to focus as long as these petty concerns distract her. In that case, it falls to me, the great Hoin Kiyoma, to solve her problem once and for all. Only then can she devote herself fully to the future of the lab.
いいだろう。話せ。
ほんと偉そう。
この前の電話、相手は父親か？
I am speaking, of course, of when I found Kurisu outside the lab, crying into her phone. The mood was delicate.
まあね、いつからかな、父親に嫌われるようになったのって。私が渡米する前からあからさまに避けられるようになった。家族なのにね。
お前自身の父親への態度はどうだったんだ？
昔はお父さん子だった。結構けなげだったのよ。
She smiles, but in her smile, I see a hint of self-mockery.
父親は物理学者なんだけど、私は小難しい話を聞かされるのが大好きな子供だった。内容は全く理解できなかったけど、いつも父親に話をせがんでた。なんとか理解したくて、小さい頃から物理学の本も読みまくって。
Darn. I guess that's what makes her a genius. Or perhaps the yearning for her father's love, which was what gave birth to her genius.
おかげで学校の成績は算数だけずば抜けてよかった。他の教科は見向きもしなかった。父親の書いた論文だって読んだのよ。小学生じゃ到底理解できそうもなかったけど、自分で一生懸命調べて必死で解読してね。その論文について父親と議論できるレベルにまでなったのが小学生の高学年になってからかな。父親と物理学の話をきちんとできるのが嬉しくて楽しくて、そしていつも私が論破して終わってた。
それは嫌われる。間違いなく嫌われる。
A tragedy fitting for a girl genius. What kind of scientist loses to a grade school girl anyway? Seriously.
やっぱりそう思う。
やっぱりどころの話ではない。確実に
確かにあの人ってプライド高かった。とにかくある時期を境にいきなり全然口を聞いてもらえなくなって、ついにはママとも険悪になって家に帰ってこなくなったの。父親が大好きだった私はそうなったのが自分のせいかもって責任を感じて、かなりショックだった。それでママが海外留学を勧めてくれたってわけ。
So that's why she went to America.
お前は優秀すぎたというわけだ。それで今は父親のことをどう思っている？
わからない。
Kurisu looks down.
父親は日本にいるのだろう？一度でも会ったのか？
うん、結局会えてない。この前の電話はその件、会いに行っていいか聞いたら来るなって怒鳴られた。
Her father is quite the inferiority complex. No wonder she was crying. Even for someone as strong-willed as Kurisu, it must hurt to hear that from her father.
それに会っても何を話せばいいのか。嫌われてからも私の方から一生懸命話しかけたんだけど、いつも無視されて、それがすごく辛かった。その記憶があるからまた無視されるんじゃないかと思って何も言えなくなる。
泣いているのか？
ちょっとじわっときただけよ。
お前は今でも父親と和解したいと思っている。そうだな。
そうなのかな。
そう思っていないなら父親のことを俺に相談したりはしないし、会いたくないと言われて泣いたりもしないだろう。
確かに。
素直な気持ちを言えばいい。お父さんが大好きですとな。
私の性格的に 無理だと思うわけだが。
父親相手に何を可愛こぶっているのか。
Kurisu jerks upright, her face bright red.
ぶってないわよ。
いいや、ぶっている。そんなことでは和解などできんぞ。ありのままをストレートにぶつけるしか解決策はない。相手に伝わらなければ意味がないのだ。無駄な装飾は無意味だ。もしそれでも分かってもらえないなら、それは和解の目がないということになる。
時間ってどれくらい？
そんなものは俺に分かるわけがない。お前と一つしか年は変わらないのだから。お前がアメリカに行ったのは何年前のことだ
？7年前。
7年経っても変わらなかったのなら、その倍以上の時間が必要かもしれんな。
さよね。
Kurisu sighs heavily and rests her chin in her hand. Did my advice backfire? It looks like she's even more depressed now. I fold my arms and rack my brain for a solution. I don't want to see Kurisu like this. It's pathetic.
それでいつ会いに行くんだ
？Kurisu opens her eyes wide in confusion. I take out my phone and bring up the calendar.
夏休み中なのは確定として、行くときはあらかじめ早めに声をかけてくれ。
何言ってんの？
俺にも予定がある。急に言われたら合わせられないかもしれないからな。
いや、もしかして一緒に来るつもりか？
いかにも。お前は俺の助手だ。助手の悩みは俺の悩みに等しい。お前が最高の精神状態で働いてくれるために、俺はいかなる努力もするつもりだ。
はあ？
Kurisu looks dumbfounded. What? Did I say something wrong?
なんだそれ。冗談もほどほどに。
俺はどこまでも本気だ。日本国内ならばどこへでもついて行ってやる。国外だとパスポートを持っていないし、金もないから難しいかな。
岡部。
父親と二人きりだと何を話していいかわからないのだろう。
うん。
だから俺も一緒にいてやれば問題ない。この法王院京馬が空気を読んだ見事な話題を提供してやる。なぜ笑う？
だってあんたが空気を読めた試しないじゃない。
あ。
By Jove, she's right. A mad scientist does not care about things like tact and decorum. He dominates the room with his sheer presence. Perhaps a softer touch is called for here.
でもありがとう。そこまで言ってくれるなんて思ってもなかった。嬉しいとかそういうんじゃないけど。
バカ。
ほんとあんたってたまにいいやつになるから困るよね。
Confusing how? Why is she yelling at me anyway? Shouldn't she be thanking me instead?
ねえ岡部、今言ってくれたこと本気にしていいんだよね？
当たり前だ。
じゃあ電話レンジの改良が終わったら一緒についてきて。
ああ。
任せるがいい。で、父親は今どこに？
青森。
青森？
父親は今そこに住んでる。
That's way up at the north end of the island. Like 700 kilometers or something. I wasn't expecting to have to go that far.
何よ、やっぱりやめたとか言うなよ。 もう決定だからな。無理やりでも連れて行くからな。
Of course.
望むところだ。
It promising to go to Amiori will let Kurisu concentrate on the time leap machine. It's a small price to pay. A small price indeed. Yeah, so I think that's it. Let's see. Yep, that's it. Wait. Alright, so we got another message from our assistant about plans. Going from Tokyo to Amiori by bullet train is over 15,000 yen per person, but the overnight bus is only 5,000 yen. Which do you prefer? I want to cover the traveling expenses, but I don't have that much in hand. I'm staying at a hotel, but I'm not a celeb. Mom is pretty strict on money. Not to mention, she'd kill me if she knew I was going to see my father. So maybe we should go by overnight bus to fit our budget? Let's talk about traveling expenses. What is this nonsense? Don't forget your duty as a lab mem. Good job, Ocarina, really helping her out there. And what we're going to be doing next is she'll be sending us 2 more mails that we need to read. So I'll skip until we get there. Alright, what do we got? What do you mean nonsense? Die! What the heck, Okabe? And sorry for getting mad. But, Okabe, did you have to say it like that? Of course. The great Hoen Kiyoma cannot respond other than that. Alright, yeah, so we'll keep going. I actually need to scroll down my Word document a little bit more, so, yeah, be back in a bit. Okay, so I've been going through it, and while there's major scenes like what we've seen, I think there's mild, like, 1 or 2 lines of important dialogue, because it keeps stopping me at random lines of dialogue. And what I believe is that, for example, one of the dialogue lines we stopped at was Ocarina saying, could the TV be our lifter? Which he never figured it out until he actually saw it with his own eyes. When he tries it right about now. But he thinks of this idea earlier now, so I'm thinking, if you're on the true path, you might get some extra lines of dialogue that don't matter as much. Just a thought.
マユリは大切な仲間。ラボメンだから。それに、あんたのそんな辛そうな姿、見てられない。
すまない。
謝らないでよ。岡部、前に私の父親のことで相談に乗ってくれたでしょ。あの時、私結構救われたんだ。だから、今度は私があんたの力になる。あんたの力になりたい。それで、一緒に青森まで行ってもらわないと。
She smiles a wry but gentle smile, as if I were her mischievous younger brother.
止めたってタイムリープする気なんでしょ。何しろあんたは狂気のマッドサイエンティスト。いつだって独善的に生きてきたんだから。ちょっとそこは無論だ。はっはっはっはみたいに答えなさいよ。
そうだな。
調子狂うな。
Kurisu is right. I'll do anything to save Mayuri. Kurisu stands up and looks at her watch.
さて、もうあまり時間もないから、これからあたふたするより、もっとじっくり対策を練った方がいい。
Okay, new message. From our assistant. There's nobody at the lab. I don't have a key, so I can't get in. When are you coming over? I just assumed you'd be here, like usual. It kind of feels like I'm visiting your home. Not that I want to visit your home or anything. Baka. So yeah, we're supposed to reply with, I don't have a key. Now I believe there is, yeah, use the one hidden in the switchboard next to the door. So, last chapter we didn't really have any decisions to make. This chapter we have quite a bit more, and apparently there's at least one new scene. Alright, another one from our assistant. I found the key easily enough. Don't you think your security should be tighter? Should have thought about that before picking a fight with CERN. Lol. Also, what's this frog that's been left with the key? Someone's bad taste? Only a maniac would put something that gross there. Actually, it scared the crap out of me, but let's keep that a secret, okay? And we're supposed to reply with security. You're right, I was careless, I should have known better. With how many people go in and out of the lab, he really should make a couple extra keys and give them to people. Okay, that one took a while to skip through. So next we have our assistant here, who's sending us, are you seriously considering electronic locks and card keys? Who is that kind of money? You're being ridiculous as usual. You need to face reality for a change. And we have to reply with reality. Alright, I'll tell you the truth, but keep it secret. CERN is after us. I need your help. Let's see how she replies to that. Well, actually, and the next thing we'll need to do is read her reply. So, I'm a little bit excited for that. Oh boy, while we're sitting in here waiting for the viral attackers. I can't tell if this is true or just more of your usual BS. Okabe, this is a serious situation. You're turning into the boy who cried wolf. So only tell me the truth from now on. Please. Will do. Or possibly, I don't know actually. Okabe might not. Alright, so here's another mail. This is right after we reversed Ferris's D-mail. Like, pretty much right after. And I guess Ocarina went and hugged Ferris, and we got this email from our assistant. Hey, what the heck was that just now? That was some loving hug. I'm seriously jealous. No. Not about getting hugged by you, but about having someone of the opposite sex to lovingly hug. Don't misunderstand me. Anyway, what was that about? Don't worry about it. It was just something I had to do. And then we got a reply from Kurisu. Darn it, even though all you do to me is sexual harassment. Raise his arms. Alright, so here comes the fun part. So if you remember, Kurisu suggests to Ocarina to go on a date with her. However, in this playthrough, she has a little bit more feelings for Ocarina, even though she wouldn't admit it. Kurisu ponders this for a while. Then, she blushes for some reason, and turns away.
ねえ。ちなみに岡部って、好きな人いるの？何よ、その間は。
別にいない。
For a second, Mayuri's face floated through my mind. But I feel more of a need to protect her, rather than romantic love for her.
そっか。いないのか。
なぜ聞く？いや、
なんとなくよ。特に意味はないんだからな。
なぜ怒る？あと顔が赤くなってないか？
なってない。そうだ。あんた、漆原さんと付き合っちゃいなさいよ。
マジで？
どうせ好きな人いないんでしょ？だったら彼女の思いに応えてあげればいいのよ。このバカ。
What did I do to deserve this name calling?
マユリが死ぬのは2日後だ。のんびり恋愛ごっこしている暇はない。
Alright, mail, who's it from? It's from our assistant. From an unpopular girl. I don't really care if you get yourself a girlfriend, but don't forget about the time leap machine. This thing is serious. We need to get everyone together and decide what to do with it. I understand you're doing this for Mayuri's sake. Just remember, there's more to this than just Urashibara-san. To be honest, I'm still afraid of this monster I've created. I'd feel better if we could talk about it. Alright, got another mail here. This is the section once we've sort of half reasoned with Moeka. At the very least right now she's not trying to tear her throat out. And we got a message from our assistant though. Is everything alright? What happened to that Kiryu lady? At least let me know if you're still alive. Don't say anything stupid like you're dead, okay? Please, just reply. Even an email will do. I'm so worried I can't eat. And we have to reply with worried. Don't worry, I won't die. Not until I've fulfilled my promise to go to Aomori with you. Aww. That's cute. We are actually almost done. We've got a reply to read. And then the next thing that we have to do after that is, we have a message from Kurisu. And that'll pretty much be it. After that, it'll be the start of a normal episode, though I'll take a break then because I've been recording for like 2 hours. And I'd like a little bit of a break. Alright, we gotta read this reply. Maybe this isn't what you wanted to hear, but I need you to listen. I don't care about Aomori anymore. I just want you to be safe, Okabe. When you ran out without saying anything yesterday, it felt like my heart was going to explode. So hurry back, please. Aw, that's adorable. And if it didn't happen so fast and it actually happened over the course of a normal story, it would probably mean more. Even though, you know, for you guys, probably like 10 minutes ago or even less, she was acting like a jerk. Alright, now this is the big turning point. This is the decision that keeps us from going on the true ending, which we will reverse next time. So, mail from our assistant. Where are you now? You haven't been to the lab in 2 days. Are you still in Akihabara? We're worried, you know. You were acting strange yesterday. I want to help, so tell me where you are. I don't feel right not having you around. Where are you? I want to see you. Now, if we were to reply to this, we'd get ourselves the true ending, which I'm going to save for last. We are going to, in fact, not reply to this. Alright, I thought instead of leaving this off to next video, because I won't actually have my backlog if I save and end the game, I'll let you know exactly where this is. This is pretty much the same point where he said, I'd choose Mayuri last time. Now he's saying, I won't give up, ever. And this is where we will continue for the next video, so see you guys there.